Good morning from the National Weather Service here in Pocatello. My name is Carter, and this is your Southeast Idaho weather hazard briefing for Tuesday, January 9th. A series of storms from the Pacific will move onshore, bringing some significant winter weather impacts to our region. A lot to get through. Let's get started. Key points we're going to focus on today. Again, we're looking at a series of Pacific storms moving onshore into our area through Wednesday. What that means for us is we're going to see a strong cold front later today. Already seen some snow out there this morning. Expect that to increase in intensity and coverage throughout the day, with snow squalls possible later this morning through the afternoon and evening hours. We're looking at widespread blowing and drifting snow with substantial gusty winds, especially later today as we get those really strong westerly winds developing associated with that cold front. An active weather pattern will continue all of this week into early next week with chances for snow each and every day, with our next stronger storm arriving for that Friday into Saturday timeframe. Quick look at satellite for you this morning, again showing our next system fast approaching. Mostly cloudy skies will prevail throughout the day. Not going to be seeing the sun for a while, but overall, again, chances for precipitation will increase throughout the day. Already seeing some snow out there, and that'll continue to increase in coverage and intensity as a cold front begins to work through the area. Look at the bigger picture for you. So again, that weak influence of high pressure we saw yesterday is gone. Got that significant low pressure system right about 980 millibars moving on shore there to British Columbia and the Pacific Northwest. And as that, we're going to get some substantial moisture into our area here over the next couple of days with a reinforcing trough on Wednesday. Help to bring some of that moisture into our area, continuing as we head into that midweek time frame. Weather Scout look for your next 5 days stays very busy. Again, for the next couple of days, we're looking at widespread snow, moderate to heavy, with gusty winds leading to widespread areas of blowing and drifting snow. And again, for Thursday, still keeping with that snow and some gusty winds, but trending down from what we saw on Tuesday and Wednesday, ahead of a ramp back up for Friday and Saturday as our next stronger system begins to move into our area. Watches, warnings, and advisories currently in effect. So again, winter storm warnings are in effect for just about everywhere in southern Idaho. Winter weather advisories for the eastern central mountains as you head up towards southwest Montana as well. And we also have some blizzard warnings in effect for the Fairfield-Camas Prairie area and down into the Owyhees southwest of the Treasure Valley. Temperatures today are going to be starting off on the seasonably warm side of things in the morning, single digits and teens, courtesy of some cloud cover overhead. But afternoon highs, getting that warm front lifting north this morning. What that means for us is getting those afternoon highs at least above freezing for most areas. Afternoon highs in those 20s to upper 30s. Let's break down the timing for you before I get to those snow amounts. So again, we're already starting to see some breezy winds out there, gusts on the order of about 30 to 40 miles an hour, and that'll continue to increase as we get into the later part of today. And by this afternoon, we're going to see those widespread winds out of the south transitioning to being out of the west. So as this cold front begins to work through our area, we're going to see winds ramp up, gusts about 40 to 50 miles an hour area wide. And with this moderate to heavy snow falling as a cold front works through the area. So we're looking at, again, significant near whiteout to whiteout conditions at times, with snow squalls leading to very limited visibility at times this afternoon. And by tonight, the winds really show no sign of stopping, so we'll keep those very strong westerly winds continuing across central and eastern Idaho. Gusts on the order of about, again, 35 to 55 miles an hour. And especially as you get into the Fairfield area and then southeast of Burley down towards Sweetser Summit, the Yale, Idaho area, we could see gusts between 60 to 70 miles an hour possible, leading to significant travel impacts along the I-86 and I-84 corridors. It's snowfall amounts today, so I'll get to that in just a moment here, but we're taking a look at timing for you. So again, we're looking at about 4 a.m. this morning. We're already seeing some snow across portions of central, southern, and eastern Idaho. That'll continue to increase throughout the morning commute hours, so by about 7, 8 a.m., looking at widespread snow chances across all of our area, and that'll continue throughout the morning. You see those darker blues begin to work up into west central mountains. It's going to be where the heavier snow is, some potential 1 to 2 inch an hour snowfall rates up there into central Idaho. That'll continue to work south and east onto the Snake Plain later this morning into the afternoon hours. And with that, we are going to see a potential for a rain-snow mix around the Magic Valley where temperatures are going to be pushing 40. But for everybody else, look for a ramp up of that snow between about that 12 to 4 o'clock time frame. As you can see here between Pocatello and Twin Falls, it's kind of where the models are pinging on some very strong cold front working through. And with that, the potential for snow squalls leading to near whiteout to whiteout conditions. But as we head into the later part of Tuesday into Tuesday night, you might start to see a break in the snow. Again, we get those very strong westerly winds beginning to fill in, and a brief short wave tries to build in overnight. So we're going to see snowfall shift to predominantly in the mountains for your Tuesday night into Wednesday. But just as things dry out, still keeping those winds around, and even into Wednesday as well, we're going to start to see those precipitation chances increase throughout the morning hours on Wednesday. So if it's not snowing for you at least times tonight, the wind's keeping you up. We're still going to get that wind and snow back for you on your Wednesday as that secondary reinforcing trough arrives, and with that, looking at another return to some more widespread, moderate to heavy snow at times, continuing all throughout the day on Wednesday, and finally as that system departs to our southeast later in the day into Wednesday. And speaking of those snowfall amounts for you today, again, we're looking on the order of about 2 to 5 inches in the valleys across the Snake Plain. A little bit higher as you head into those valleys outside of the Snake Plain, particularly up towards Stanley, Driggs, Island Park, and across the southeast highlands, with about 6 to 12 inches in the higher terrain, locally higher certainly across those highest elevations. Temperatures on your Wednesday, another cool morning, single digits above and below zero further north with teens and 20s further south. Afternoon highs cooling back down to where we were just about on Monday, teens, 20s to low 30s. And snowfall amounts on your Wednesday, again, looking at another about 1 to 4 inches across the Snake Plain, a little bit higher in some of those benches, but still looking at some appreciable snow as you head south and east to the Snake Plain, and then northwest towards Fairfield, Stanley, and the Wood River Valley. Wind gusts on your Wednesday will keep those breezy winds going. Again, not as strong as what we saw on Tuesday, but with significant snow already in place with some widespread blowing and drifting, this will continue to prove problematic into Wednesday. We're still seeing gusts about 40 to 50 miles an hour. And here's a look at those totals for you. So both today and tomorrow, we're going to see those series of storms, kind of combining this into one event with our products we have out now, but on the order of about 4 to 8 inches across the Snake Plain, a little bit higher as you head out towards Shoshone, Fairfield, and Craters. But overall, as you head further south and east of the Snake Plain, looking like a solid 8 to 12 inches with some locally higher totals in that 12 to 18, and certainly some higher amounts on those ridge lines and summits. Temperatures on Thursday, again, cool morning with those single digits above and below zero. Warmest areas in the teens and 20s. Afternoon highs, seasonable in the teens to mid-30s. Snowfall amounts on your Thursday, again, we'll keep those chances for snow going on Thursday. Not as much as what we're going to see for your Tuesday and Wednesday, but certainly only about 1 to 4 inches in the valleys, a little bit higher into the higher terrain. Wind gusts on Thursday. Breezy winds will be the going trend in the Snake Plain, Magic Valley. Again, the bulk of that wind will shift further south and west down towards Twin Falls and Burley for your Thursday, but overall still seeing some areas of blowing and drifting snow potential continuing into late this week. Temperatures on your Friday, a cool morning, followed by afternoon highs in those teens, 20s to mid-30s. And again, we're talking about that slight break in the activity for your Thursday. Again, starting to see snow ramp back up for Friday into Saturday. And what that means for us is about another 1 to 4 inches in the Snake Plain. Locally higher totals, especially as you head south and east of the Snake Plain and northwest of Shoshone up into the Central Mountains. And wind gusts on Friday, we'll see a significant uptick in winds as well for your Friday. Gusts will continue to increase throughout the day. Gusts out of the west, southwest on the order of about 35 to 55 miles an hour. Temperatures on your Saturday, another cool morning, followed by those afternoon highs in the 20s to mid-30s. And for Saturday, not a whole lot of change there. Still keep it with the chances for some moderate to heavy snow, especially in the mountains outside of the Snake Plain. So with that, on the order of about another 2 to 6 inches in the Snake Plain, with totals outside of the Snake Plain, again, pushing that 6 to 12, some locally higher totals, again, for your Saturday. And wind gusts on Saturday trending down from what we're going to see on Friday, but still seeing gusts on the order of about 30 to 40 miles an hour, particularly across the lower Snake Plain, southwest into the Magic Valley. And here's a first look at those totals. So again, we're stacking up the snow pretty much each and every day with this event. So we're looking at a prolonged period of active and unsettled weather here in southeast Idaho. And what that means for us is, again, some widespread heavy snow, especially as you get up into the mountains, where we could see several feet of snow piling up by the end of the week. And a look at what's to come, again, above normal favorite precipitation will keep us going as we round out this week into early parts of next week, so that 14th through 18th time frame. And temperature-wise, again, much of that Arctic air that we were potentially going to see at least later this week has shifted further east, so we're not going to see as much of an influence on that into our area, but certainly some well below normal temperatures across the Midwest, still leaning below normal to near normal temperatures here in southeast Idaho. 8 to 14 keeps our active weather pattern going through the 22nd, leaning above normal for precipitation chances. And with respect to temperatures, start to trend back in that more near normal to even leaning slightly above normal time frame through that 16th through 22nd as that broad trough continues across the central and eastern United States. And that's about all I have for you this morning. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to send us an email, give us a call, or check out some information on our website. Have an awesome Tuesday and stay safe out there.